guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today is the first time I'm trying to do 2 live broadcasts at once and see how it does. But then I realized it's really hard for me to put the iPad and the phone on the same level. But let's just give it a try for the first time. So anyway, today I want to talk about the different stage of evolution, because a lot of people are going through the spiritual journey, and then very often you guys got a lot of questions like, how it's like, and what can I do to evolve myself, and should I meditate, should I do some yoga or pursuing certain classes that's offered out there. I thought I would try to share my personal experience. I will share my personal experience with you all. To me, it took me a really long time, and I'm not saying I get it. Honest with you, I think I'm still on the process of it, because I believe the true evolution is you're able to apply certain epiphany or understanding into every different area of your life. And I myself, like every human being, sometimes find it a little bit difficult. Like, it's easier to apply into this concept, but it's hard to apply to the other. So that's why I myself can only share my experience with you so far, but not able to recommend that this is the truth and how it is. But I would say somewhere along the way, many of you will start to get interested in spirituality. Spirituality is, however describe it, the higher level of understanding of why we exist and why we exist, what we are and why we are here, right? So it's a deeper. People have a tendency to seek for the deeper meanings of their own existence. Through this whole understanding, I realized there is a process of it, and almost from my observation, everybody go through it. The stage one is, I call the separation understanding. That is, I am different from you. I am better than you, or I know more than you. We do this a lot even when we were first born as a child. I. That you hear the kids saying, I, my, this is mine, right? So, it took me a while to understand, like, observe the nature too, to understand this is only human nature. We have to understand where we stand, how our value is, and what is I. So therefore, in the early stage, same as the early stage of spirituality, there is I, lot of I, this iPhone, yes, I, my, it's all mine. When you learn and start being exposed to the new sensation, new feeling, you will almost come to the stage like, I'm different from others, or I therefore evolve to I'm better than others, or I know better than others. And the reason I say that is I too myself come to that stage. So it's only normal you feel this way. So after that sense of I'm different from others, I sense more than other people do, to eventually to a point I'm better than the others. From really long time ago, my broadcast already shared this with you all. My higher spirits once shared with me, this is where everybody's spiritual evolution stop right here, because they believe they are better than other people. So at this time, they will use title to frame themselves, or they will even try to create their own religion, try to create their own belief, try to create their own healing method or things like that, and create their own, however you call it, cult. I don't know what it is, cult. This is the time you get into the second phase, like second stage of evolution. The second stage of evolution is when you start to reflect within yourself. If many people step on a spiritual journey, you heard them talk about devil a lot. Devil, there's demon out there, there's devil out there. You having a cult, you are getting mind block or things like that. It usually happen not on the first stage, it happen on the second stage. Second stage is really for anybody dealing with so-called demon. I too myself experienced that, so I can tell you it's not a fun phase to go, but it's almost everybody have to go through. So-called demon is kind of reflect. This stage is called self-reflecting. Self-reflecting stage is you start going internal. You may even questioning yourself. Am I right or am I wrong? I think I'm right, but I don't know. You might even come to this, sense of cockiness or ignorance, you can call it, or saying, what I believe is true right and the only right of the world. That sensation, that full confidence, will only or almost reflect how powerful the demon you're going to deal with is going to be, because they simply reflect all those dark side of you. So a lot of time, many people go through this stage believing, I'm being attacked by demon, I'm being attacked by, other people, I'm being stealing energy, or I'm being, things like that. They usually go to the stage, there's a reason for it. They're not really attacked by other people. Later on, you will know what I meant. Later on, you'll realize you're not really attacked by other people. You're actually attacked by yourself. It's by your own greed or desire to have the power or jealousy or things like that. What you do not realize is all those energy is only gonna empower what you fear the most. And then you feel like you've been confronting by that all the time, and you've been attacking by that all the time. And why are they there all the time? Because they are you. They are really you. So it took me a while to figure it out. That whole cockiness, that believe I know it all. The moment I start come to awareness, realize how little I know, I realize the demon I'm dealing with also have no power at all. When that feeling start kicking in, I find a way to deal with the demon that I've been confronting or dealing with every day. Mind you, that's only the second stage. That is the second stage of your spiritual journey. It's quite a long journey, but I'm hoping you can shrink this stage shorter, because I myself understanding is very, very, where is the self-awareness? It starts from the first stage. Self-awareness comes from the self-distinguish. That is when you have very clear sense of I and them, I and them, I and them. They are good, they are bad, whatever it is. You have a very clear identity of you and others that usually come in the first stage of self-awareness. So I always saw self-awareness, a long time ago I talked about awareness is the first stage of evolution. So it kicks in as the first stage. But as you start sharing, as you start doing things, being more aware of things, you got to this stage that you think I know more than other people. I know more. I know a little bit more. I don't care how much more. That's when it comes into. Then you get into the second stage. You will be confronting with your own feeling, your own sense so many times, and then in a way to force yourself to deal with it. You would almost be left feeling drained, energy drained, physical drained all the time. But what you do not realize is you're really being confronted by your own darkness, that you have to find a way to be peace with them, right? So after you are able to get over it, some people just stuck there. As I say, every stage you could possibly just stuck there and not going anywhere. So after that stage, you enter the third phase. Third phase is called empathy. A lot of time people say spiritual journey, you have to learn empathy first. No, you don't. You can't. You think you can, but you really can't. Because you have to understand self-identity. Then you understand how important that is. Then you have to fight with the internal demon to understand how difficult it is for other people as well. Then you're able to come in and understand why empathy. Oh, I understand it is a difficult journey for you. Right? You didn't say, oh no, just get over it, just walk out, just step out, and things like that. In this phase, you may deal with a lot of physical challenging. When I say physical challenging is you start to realize all those spiritual world that you used to see, the fairy, the things like that, or the ghost, the light, the universe, the love, or things like that, it seems to be gone after you fight all the demons. All the power you used to believe that you have, it seems to be gone. And then you might get to a phase of panicking. You don't know what to do. And then meanwhile, you get bombarded by a lot of actual life event. It can be your family, it can be your loved one, it can be everything else. This stage is for you to understand empathy, to really executing it, to really use it, to really live it. And then you will think this is the end. It's not. This is not the end. After the empathy, I understand now. You get into the final phase. Stage. I don't want to say it's final because maybe there's more, I don't know. Since I tell you myself at the beginning, I myself is in there, so maybe I do not know. But then you get to this later stage called equality. Equality is when you come to this moment, you understand it all. You understand there's different things. You understand people may or may not like the things I like, which is okay. But then we can still find peace with one another because you already exercise all that muscle during the third stage. So at this stage, you are more okay with things that whether you agree or do not agree. Then you are able to accept everything, whether it's good or bad. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense, but it will make sense for you then. Then this will then bring you to, long time ago I talked about the universe is seeking for one, the sense of one. If you understand what I'm talking about, you'll realize this concept of one, you can apply to every stage of the soul evolution. Many of you come and ask me, why do we continuously reincarnate ourselves? Why will we pick up such a hard task in life to live on? But this is the reason why. The true one is we are different, and yes, we are the same. Yeah, we're different, that's okay. That's completely okay. And yet we are the same. So anyway, I can talk a lot more in detail about this, but this I just want to quickly bring it up, and then you guys evaluate yourself. If you want to know which stage I am and how far I have to go, or where I should put myself and what to expect, I always say so far, and then I'm talking about based on 20 years of experience. So whether you want to waste 20 years or not, I don't know. But this is something you can use as a reference. You will, and I almost guarantee you will. Everybody will. If you're interested in this whole spiritual journey, whether you are interested or you're not interested, you will realize in reality, you will have to deal with it. Like you will have to deal with it in some shape or some form, because at the end, every soul have a desire to evolve themselves. So even though you are not like digging into all the spirituality book or something like that, you realize reality seems to hit you on the same way. So understand this fourth stage. Let me rephrase it again. The first, you have a separation, self-awareness, self-differentiation, whatever you put it, you have that separation of I and others that fall into your first stage. Then you get into the second stage of self-reflecting. You will reflecting yourself. You will be confronted with your lot of darkness in you, and sadness to say, you will be fighting it, and fighting it physically and mentally in a hard way, to a point you think people are attacking you all the time, but it's really not others, it's you. It's a demon you have to learn to deal with. Then you get into the third stage called empathy, to feel for others, understand others, to really step out of your own shoes and then understand where they come from. Then you're able to get into equality. That is, so far, I don't know, ask me a couple years from now, maybe I know more. Then you get into equality, then you can so be, we are different, but we are the same. and the concept of one. So anyway, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website, ruowen.com. See, now it totally messed me up. But anyway, till then, next time. Bye.